Empower Nation. Welcome to Empower Her Money Podcast. I'm your host, Angela Duncan, best-selling author, speaker, serial entrepreneur, and today's episode is a solo one, and I'm going to be talking about self-directed IRAs. Today's episode is sponsored by morewithangela.com, where I am helping to bring passive income opportunities from the wealthy to you. Visit morewithangela.com. Keep more, make more, live more. Today's episode, I want to talk about self-directed IRAs. What is a self-directed IRA? It's another form of an IRA in which you can hold certain opportunities and certain investments outside of your stock market. So if you think about your 401k, which is with your employer, you are limited to whatever options they have available, which are typically mutual funds, and they invest in the stock market. Well, if you follow me, you know that I'm a firm believer in investing in real estate. And so a self-directed IRA allows for you to invest in real estate. It allows you to invest in things like metals, like gold and silver, like actual pieces of gold and silver. It allows you to invest in crypto, like Bitcoin, commodities. There's a lot more investment vehicles that you can take advantage of and invest in through a self-directed IRA. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the pros and cons about having a self-directed IRA. You still have a custodian, right? A custodian is the person that's holding whatever the investment account, kind of like the shell of the account. So they're not actually holding your real estate, but they are in charge of helping to track that, to report it to the IRS, and to make sure that you're following the laws which are appointed to us through the self-directed IRA. So some of the pros, obviously you have more investment vehicles that you can invest in. So if you're knowledgeable about metals like gold and silver, then you know this is a great option for you. For us, having a self-directed IRA allows for you to invest in real estate. Specifically, we've got two funds that we have that you can invest in through a self-directed IRA, which provides you with passive income, which just goes right back into the IRA, which means you're not paying taxes on that income right now. So that's another pro. It grows just like a regular IRA or 401k, where any gains and losses in there will stay within the account. It does not get pushed to you until at which time you start to do your withdrawals, or if you were to close your account. Definitely don't recommend that. So let's talk a little bit more about the pros and cons of the self-directed IRA. Now, one of the cons, obviously, is sometimes the fees can be a little bit higher on a self-directed IRA, but if you compare that to your 401k program, it can be comparable. Most people have no clue how much fees they are paying in their 401k program or their IRA program. So it's important for you to ask those questions to the person that is advising you on investing in either one. Real estate, if you do invest in real estate, like for example, an actual house, if you bought a house and it became a rental and you purchased that through funds of a self-directed IRA, it's not as liquid. It might take some time for you to sell it, versus a mutual fund or a stock, you can sell that immediately. So the liquidity part of some of the investments through the self-directed IRA can be a con, but also you've got appreciation. And so that's a big plus for having this type of investment. And then if we go back to a disadvantage for that is if you're purchasing real estate in your IRA, you may not be able to take some of the tax advantages that come along with owning real estate and rental properties. So it depends on your tax situation. I am not a CPA. I'm not a securities financial advisor. I'm just merely giving you information here so that you can hopefully decide what's going to be the best type of investment vehicle for you. Another pro for me is really just the higher returns. Here at Drive Planning and morewithangela.com, we're able to utilize your self-directed IRA and provide you with passive double-digit returns, meaning you're not having to manage anything within the account. Our company does that for you, and we're contractually giving you double-digit returns, which is incredible because you're contributing to your IRA, investing in yourself and your retirement, and then you're allowing for someone else to kind of do all of the work behind it while you just grow your account. So that's an incredible advantage as well. And a self-directed IRA also works very similar to your IRA or to your Roth. So if you think about the contribution limits that you can put in every year, whether you're doing the traditional or the Roth route, it's the same. So whatever the government sets, for example, in 2024, it's currently $7,000 that you can contribute to a regular Roth or an IRA. And then $8,000 is the catch up if you're over the age of 50. So you can contribute that same amount to the self-directed IRA and be able to put those funds to work for you just like you would any other Roth or IRA. And we want to talk a little bit about the real estate side. So I've told you kind of what we do at morewithangela.com. But if you decide, for example, that you want to have a self-directed IRA and you want to buy rental properties, and that's great. You can do that. You can, if you were at a job and you had this 401k, you were investing all of this money while you're at the corporate job, you leave the corporate job, you're rolling that over now to a self-directed IRA, and you can purchase a piece of real estate that way. But there are some things that will disqualify you. For example, you cannot be engaged in any way of the rental of that property, meaning you cannot be the manager of that property. It needs to be a third person. You cannot be paid a management fee for managing that property. Again, you have to keep it at arm's length. So we don't want to have anything that would disqualify you from the self-directed IRA because you could have some IRS tax consequences with that. So just making sure that if you are going to buy individual residential or commercial property within your self-directed IRA, that you're hiring a qualified third party, that they are being paid, and that payment just comes right from your IRA. So if you're getting rent, it goes into your IRA, and then if you're making payments, it goes out of the IRA. So there's no taxable event at that point because you're not taking the funds out of the IRA. When you do, you start to have that taxable event occur. But as you're growing that retirement account, real estate is an amazing way for you to be able to have more control over what you're investing in. The market doesn't fluctuate as often or as much on the real estate as the stock market can do from day to day. And so you have a little bit more control over what you're investing in. And it's just a great way for you to still plan and save for your retirement if real estate is your investment vehicle choice, which for us has been was something that we've been studying and investing in. I've been personally investing in for over 20 years, and I highly recommend real estate as an investment and part of your diversified portfolio. I do have some investments in the stock market. I'm not a crypto at all, more so because I just don't understand it. But real estate is what I understand, and that's where I keep most of my money because I do understand it and I kind of know what to look for and how to underwrite deals and things like that. But I really want you to consider a self-directed IRA. So if you have money that's been sitting in your IRA and is just not creating that growth that you want to see, go to morewithangela.com and contact me and let's have a conversation. It's a free conversation. It's a free conversation with most financial advisors, but just sit down, let me know what it is that you're looking for in your retirement and how much you need to get there. And perhaps we might have an opportunity as part of your overall portfolio to help you create more wealth so that you're ready to retire. But a self-directed IRA is really a great option for you to think about investments outside of the stock market and for you to have more control over what you're investing in through a self-directed IRA. So hopefully that helped explain what a self-directed IRA is. Don't forget, again, to visit morewithangela.com, learn more about what we have to offer utilizing the self-directed IRA vehicle. And I hope that this helps you get closer to your retirement to help you keep more, make more, and live more. Thank you so much for tuning into Empower Her Money Podcast. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, share this podcast, and leave a review wherever you are tuning in.